welcome back. I hope it's your good time after the video 002 to read that document I introduced to you, MetaModel in ISO 42010. With that is we got some common understanding about the MetaModel definition. This and the next video is I spent 2 videos to explain some understanding about the EAS MetaModel. So let's go to is our target the framework. The left part is the essential MetaModel. This is their logo, and you can see it's primarily is the 2 parts. In the top is the core MetaModel, bottom is the supporting MetaModel, and in the core MetaModel is separate by this 4x3 this grid, and is in these 12 blocks, and from the different column you can see is starting core is the business, then application, information, technology. Information and application has a certain overlapping because it's that is coming from the different reference framework. Is some the framework like TOGAF, later on we will mention that is not specifically is talking about the data architecture, information architecture, but they put is the application as the information systems. So then within that is you have this application, you have the data. So sometimes is in the different framework you may see that is mixing each other. But technology is can be easily the separate because they are more coming to those implementation on the infrastructure platform perspective. Business is also separate easily because now in the architecture, the landscape, these job roles, you may see clearly is the business architecture or business architect, because it's, you may also know is that there's the institute called the Business Architecture Guild. They also publish our body of knowledge about the business architecture, BizBook, so which is make the business architecture quite a clear boundary in this enterprise architecture landscape. So business, application, information, technology are the 4 column pillars within the EAS MetaModel, and in the horizontal is they separate by the conceptual and then the logical and the physical. So you may get is the like is we have the application conceptual and we have the business physical. So that is our grid or this matrix which we are putting that into our real ontology, real this prodigy modeling. You will see how this is well structured. The bottom supporting MetaModel are some these domains are not easily put into this 12 box. Like is the strategy. Strategy is in some enterprise architecture, we are putting that into the business this architecture because BizBook is including the strategy domain, but strategy is in this surrounding domain. If you go to the BizBook, within the business architecture, BizBook part is that they have the this value stream, capability, organization, and information as this business architecture's core domain, and surrounding by the 6 the supporting domain or the reference domains, and the strategy is one of that. So, but is the you may put that separate. EAS is separate as the supporting. Similarly, it's a regulation. In the BizBook is the policy is also one of these surrounding domains as within the business architecture landscape. But in the EAS part, regulation management, we put that into the separate. Change is normally including the program or the projects. Resources like is when you do this project management, you are dealing about the resource cost, and also is the timing, is the sum is in this life cycle. So those are the changes. You are talking about timing. So those are the reference or useful domains or this meta model can serve you to model the project. Because in this the core meta models, if you want to describe a program project with this time, the schedule, with the resource, with the finance, or this budget, it's not easy. But now is we have some supporting the meta model, then we can model that. And the most important thing is the EAS connect those meta model element into those core meta model elements. So then this you don't create a separate these artifacts, because if you don't use the EAS, you may use some project management tool, and they need to document the projects in their tooling. But now is within this common repositories, we can have our project, the catalog, and the project catalog can map with the application catalog, and the application catalog is can be modeled into our core meta model. Application catalog element can link with the capability catalog. Capability is within this our business conceptual, and then this through these chains we can easily understand the impact of one of these project within the change management supporting meta model, and their linkage to the impacted business capability. So that is the powerful for making one common repository. Or we see from the last video is the picture, I hope you remember still, is the common meta model. We are not creating the supporting meta model as a separate meta model. It's still inside is our common meta model. We can still treat them in as our common graph. When you create elements, instance, and they can have the by defined predefined is the relationship to your core repository element. That is also including the security management. In my earlier, I packaged a courses to use this ontology and ArchiMate to model the SAPSA, which is a security architecture framework or methodology. So you can also see numbers of these security architecture framework, but within the EAS, that is also help you to embed the security, the artifacts into your core meta model. So that is in the left is the those EAS meta-models high-level structure. The EAS meta-model doesn't create by its own from the scratch. In the right is in their website they mentioned is that they starting to the reference from MODAF, FIF, and TOGAF. Some of the reference framework, which is I will introduce that in the next video for you. But within this video, before closing, is let's look at is on their websites. So if you come to the EAS websites, so here, which is the enterprise-architecture.org, you can find here. Let's click the Essential University. So I also give you the direct link is to here. So if you come to this one, so that is the Essential Meta-Model. So you can see from the bottom, the URL is the university, then Essential Meta-Model overview. So that is the same like here. So please come to this website and get some familiar, so that is when we later on talking about the meta-model modeling you will not feel that is too much unfamiliar. So scroll down is the link I put in my GitHub page is this one. So that is the Essential Meta-Model overview. So I have already introduced this picture, and they mention this that is the kind of this reference framework I will introduce in the next video with more framework to you. And in the top is the essential meta model is our in effect an ontology. So that's why is the you may see their meta model is appear in the prodigy ontology structure or the editor. And then this scope is, as I mentioned, from the core meta model in the column is the business application information technology. And they have the abstraction view. So that is back to the 002 last video's picture. So I hope you still remember is that is the abstracting these levels ABCD. So in the essential EAS Meta-Model is that they have these three layer. Or the abstraction level is one is the conceptual. That is the capability concepts that represent the fundamental elements needed to meet the objective of an enterprise. So that is more from the strategy, or strategic agenda. Logical middle view is the approach taken to realize capability. So that is the bridging from the conceptual to the later is the physical. That is more from the tactical agenda. Physical is the bottom, the abstraction level is the implementation of the approach described in the logical view. That is normally is the operational agenda. The unique meta model means from this EAS is they put these three the conceptual levels to all these four pillars. So that is if you're just working on the business architecture, you also have some business architecture implementation or this operational view. It's not means this operational view is only valid to this technology. So that is the holistic meta model for your enterprise. And the supporting part is actually it's more than this 7. So you may see here, we also have some standards, governance, delivery, and also is besides those compliance, you may also find this obligation, legal, performance. So back to this tooling. So when you come to here, is you can see you have business layer, that is the pillar, and you have this concept, this abstraction levels. And in the supporting, you can see you have so many. Those ones are mapping to those meta model, which we have talking about that. For example, is when we have a change, you can define the change activity, including an initiative, a program, project activity. So even for this change activity, we can model our artifacts into 4 hierarchy levels. So that is rich enough for us to consider packaging your enterprise and making that is the modeling in the structured way. So this is the meta model for EAS. Next video is I will talking about some of those reference framework which essential is based on or take some reference. So see you in video 004. Bye for now.